Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here today for my very first EA renovation speed build. This is the lot in Oasis Springs named Raffia Quinta. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I gave it my best shot. If that's not how you pronounce it, please tell me. But if it is, then awesome. I pronounced it right. Yes. So as I said, this is my very first EA renovation. Usually when I build in The Sims, I demolish whichever lot is existing and I just build my own. But I thought, let's do something a bit different and let's do an EA renovation. So we don't actually change any of the existing structure of the house. We don't change the exterior structure. We don't change the floor plan inside because I do feel like the space was utilised quite well. It just needed a little bit of a lift. The build itself previously wasn't actually terrible, but I do feel like it needed a brighter, fresher appearance, hence the renovation. So we're just going in here and changing the exterior wall swatches, the exterior windows, and we do a little bit of landscaping in the front and back as well. As I said, we don't change much in terms of physical structure, but we do give it a lift inside. We put a nice skylight in the roof there, and we keep the decking area out back, which actually turned out to be one of my favourite areas of the build. We put a nice barbecue area out there, we put a nice seating area, we do like a dining room table with an umbrella. It looks quite nice. So we keep it as a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom property, which I think, considering its appearance from the outside, you possibly wouldn't think it is. I was quite surprised when I went in and had a look round before I renovated it and realised that it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. So I was pleasantly surprised with the way the space was used, hence why I didn't change the interior layout, because I didn't think there was any need to do anything with it. But obviously we completely changed the actual furniture inside because it definitely needed it. It just looks a lot brighter, a lot more. It just looks full of life, and I think that's the aim that I wanted to sort of go for with this build, and I think we achieved that. So I do think completing this renovation has made me realise that I want to do a lot more, especially in this area in Oasis Springs, because the builds themselves are really actually quite nice. They just need, in my opinion, a little bit of tweaking here and there to make them really nice. So you're going to be seeing a lot of these speed build renovations on the channel because I do enjoy doing them. And it's just another challenge for me. Obviously my previous build where I just used base game items was a huge challenge for me. This build does not do that. I think I would have been very restricted and I probably would have stressed out a little bit, but I don't think it's a terrible idea maybe doing the next Oasis Springs renovation as a base game only speed build. Put my teeth back in, blah blah blah. So yeah, I think I'm all up for trying new things. I say it every time I do a speed build, but I am definitely up for trying new things on this channel, branching out, doing things outside my comfort zone, because at the end of the day, that's how you get better. And I want to get better. I'm not perfect. So I definitely want to improve my skills and try new things, because I think, obviously for you guys as well, I don't want you to be watching the same things over and over again. It gets very samey, it gets very boring. So I think I want to do stuff that you want to see. You know, that's why I asked you on Twitter the other day. I was like, what do you want to see on the channel? And I got a few very, very good ideas. So I've noted them down and they will be completed. So thank you for the suggestions. I will definitely try to complete each suggestion and turn them into a speed build. Obviously, final work depending on whether it's a good build or not, but I will definitely give it a good go. So with the interior of this build, I wanted to keep it quite modern, family friendly, and cozy, which are three really very different concepts, but it's something that I wanted to try and get across within this build because it is a family house. It is a house in Oasis Springs and it is a modern house. So the three concepts put together, I mean, I think I pulled them off. I don't know whether you think the same thing, but especially with this kitchen here, using the countertops from Island, no, they're not from Island Living, they're from Jungle Adventure. I do apologise. I also apologise if you can hear a dog barking. It is our next door neighbour's dog. I'm going to try and edit it out, but if you can still hear a hint, it's not actually one of my dogs this time. My dogs are fast asleep, being good as gold today, so hallelujah. It is the next door neighbour's dog. I'm going to try and edit it out in when I'm editing the video, but if you can hear a hint of it, I do apologise. So, doing my usual here of cluttering up the kitchen, cluttering it up just enough but not too much, in my opinion. You know, some people may consider that as too much clutter, but you know, better too much than too little. You can always delete some if you're not happy with it. The living area, again, I don't know what it is with me. The living areas of my builds are turning out quite small at the moment. They're like a secondary thought, probably something that I need to work on. I'm definitely putting all my focus and energy on the kitchens of my builds. Something I need to take into consideration, and reflecting upon that, I definitely need to put a bit more effort into my living rooms. So this is what we talked about at the start of the video. I looked at the front of the house and I hated it. So I added these really nice flower wall decorations from Eco Lifestyle. Take a shot if you're playing the drinking game, because I always say Eco Lifestyle at the front there, and using a window from University, I want to say University Life. I don't think it's University Living. I want to say it's University Life. I get confused with that one. University. Let's say The Sims 4 University. So, yeah. I actually went for a dark blue paint swatch in the living room because I thought it contrasted quite nicely with the theme in the kitchen, but I also thought it worked quite well in terms of colour schemes. And obviously the exterior of the build has some dark blue as well, so bringing that into the interior I thought was quite nice. Playing around a little bit with the layout, making sure that Sims can come through and it's all usable, because that is very important to me within my builds. Changing the swatches of the interior doors, because as I said, I really didn't change much, so I thought if I change the interior swatches from the green to the white, it brings that element of freshness. And maybe when they were renovating it, they repainted the doors white just to bring that crispness to it. So here we're just doing the entryway with my standard, you know, table, mirror and candles, because I feel like that's quite inviting into a home. I don't know what your guys' homes are like, obviously outside of The Sims, but we have an entryway cabinet and it has a candle on it. It has a candle, it has a wax melt. I'm obsessed with wax melts and candles. If you're a new subscriber, if you're an existing subscriber, you already know this. Obsessed with candles in real life. I'm obsessed with candles in The Sims. I'm candle obsessed. So back to the build. This master bedroom actually turned out to be one of my favorite bedrooms that I have ever decorated in The Sims. I've spoken about this before. They are one of the rooms that I struggle the most with because I don't feel like you can do very much with them. Just my opinion. It's probably because I'm not branching out enough, but with this one I really felt like I really got it, and it does turn out really, really well, and I am very pleased with it. It keeps with the theme. There's plenty going on. There's lovely colours inside. Everything is where it needs to be. I'm just really, really happy with it. I think it looks really good. The same with the ensuite and the main bathroom. I keep the theme going throughout the house. They don't change too much in terms of colour schemes or what's going on inside them. And the last bedroom ends up being a twin children's room. It seems to be a default that I'm going to at the moment, doing a twin children's room. but it covers all bases. If your Sims don't have any children, then you can very easily turn it into a guest room. You really wouldn't need to do much, probably take out some of the kids' clutter, the 2 beds, and replace it with a double bed. I don't think it would take much work at all. So I really enjoyed doing these bathrooms actually, and I didn't change the floor or the wall swatches. I thought they were fine. I thought they worked really, really well. So I worked with what I had, because I feel like with renovations, maybe they were money restricted, and renovating a bathroom is actually a very expensive job. So just to keep it in the realms of, I'm going to put my teeth back in, blah blah blah, just did it at the start, I'm going to do it again. Keeping in the realms of reality, I think changing the bathrooms too much wouldn't have been very cost effective. So obviously keeping the floors and the walls probably would have saved a lot of money in real life. Obviously in The Sims it really wouldn't have cost that much money to do that little bit extra and change the walls and the floors. But you know, maybe I was lazy, or maybe I just thought the walls and floors actually looked really nice. I can work with this. Let's go for the last one because it makes me sound better. So I had a lot of fun. This one is it is a large bathroom, but it's very long. So in the other bathroom we have a shower, a toilet and a sink. So I thought in the ensuite we could just have a bath, a toilet and these cabinets with the sink on. I thought that worked quite well. Moving on to the children's room here. Didn't know what colour scheme I wanted to go for, but clearly I went for the blue again, you know, probably subconsciously thinking blue, blue, blue. It works with the rest of the build, so I am quite happy with it. It's quite plain, in contrast to children's rooms that I've done in the past, but maybe that's not a bad thing because this is a modern build. I can imagine the family that lives in this house probably likes things a certain way, and they like to keep things quite fluid within the property. So I think even the children's room would be quite clean, quite crisp. So that's the vibe that I went for. So just adding the usual items to the children's bedroom, the desk where they can do their homework, they've got a chest of drawers there. They haven't got many toys, but again, sticking with the theme, I think that probably worked out as to how I wanted it. They've got a couple of night lights in there as well. They've got some posters and drawings on the wall. They've got some sort of string lights with some photographs on. They've got a little bit of clutter in there, but not too much. I have done children's rooms in the past where I've gone all out. I think my base game only speed build, you can see that I went all out with the clutter and with the toys and with the everything, but that house had a different vibe than this one does. So I like to keep with the vibe of the build, which I think I did. So moving on to the outside decking area, I actually ended up really liking this space. It's the kind of space that I personally would like to spend. Obviously there's a really nice barbecue there, there's some sofas where you can sit, there's a really nice seating area under an umbrella. It's really cozy, it's really nice, it's really family friendly, which is exactly what I was going for. Put down a nice rug. I do play around with the layout a little bit here just because I'm trying to work out what would be best for Sims to sort of go through, etc. We put a nice side table with a bit of clutter. There's some sauces there for your burgers. There's some utensils. There's a nice vase. There's a nice candle. I think it's really nice. I think it looks really cute. We put some exterior lighting here. We put some flowers around this window. I think it looks really cozy and really cute. So I really hope your Sims enjoy spending time in this outside decking area. If you would like to download this house, it is available to download from the gallery. My user ID is RachelPedd. You can also download the tray files. They are available to download from the description below via Sim File Share. Thank you so much for watching this speed build today. I hope you have an amazing day and thank you again for your support. See you soon. Bye.